Welcome, beautiful souls, to a powerful cosmic event that's about to shake up your entire world. We're talking about the Sagittarius full moon happening on June 25th to 26th, and let me tell you, this isn't just any ordinary full moon. This is a life-changing, soul-stirring, truth-revealing experience that's going to touch every corner of your existence. If you've been feeling restless lately, if you've been sensing that something big is coming, if you've been having dreams that feel more real than your waking life, then you're already tuning into this incredible energy. This full moon is like a cosmic wake-up call, and it's time to answer. Let's start with what's actually happening in the cosmic realm. The Sagittarius full moon is surging toward us with an intensity that's unlike anything we've experienced in months. This energy doesn't knock politely on your door and wait for an invitation. No, it bursts through every barrier you've built, every wall you've hidden behind, and every mask you've been wearing. This moon energy moves through your entire being like liquid fire. It flows through your bones, changing the very structure of who you are. It moves through your breath, making every inhale feel electric and every exhale feel like release. It courses through your blood, carrying messages of transformation to every cell in your body. But here's what many people don't understand about this kind of cosmic shift. Your body is going to react. You might start feeling restless, like you can't sit still for more than a few minutes. Your chest might feel tight, like there's something trying to break free from inside. Your throat might feel constricted, as if words are fighting to come out, but you're not ready to let them. Some of you will experience waves of heat that seem to come from nowhere. One moment you're fine, the next moment you feel like you're burning up from the inside. You might have sudden bursts of energy that make you want to clean your entire house at midnight, followed by exhaustion that makes you want to sleep for days. Headaches are common during this time, but they're not ordinary headaches. These feel different, like pressure building behind your eyes, like your brain is literally expanding to hold new information. And the dreams during this time are incredible. Vivid, colorful, sometimes scary, but always meaningful. Your subconscious is working overtime, processing years of stored emotions and experiences. Your emotions are going to be all over the place. You might cry over a commercial that normally wouldn't affect you. You might feel angry about things that happened years ago. You might feel euphoric for no reason at all. This isn't you losing your mind. This is your system upgrading to handle more truth, more vision, more freedom than it's ever held before. Now, here's where things get really interesting. One of the most powerful effects of this Sagittarius full moon is what I call the truth eruption. You know that feeling when you've been holding something inside for so long that it feels like it's going to explode? That's exactly what's happening, but on a soul level. The pressure in your chest isn't anxiety, it's truth trying to break free. Words you didn't even know you were holding start rising to the surface like bubbles in champagne. These aren't just any words. These are the words that carry the weight of your authentic self. They're the words that have been waiting patiently in the shadows of your heart, and now they're demanding to be heard. When you speak these truths, something magical happens. Your voice becomes a bridge between who you've been pretending to be and who you really are. Every word you speak carries the power to break cycles of silence that may have been running in your family for generations. This isn't about having casual conversations or making small talk. This is about speaking the deep truths that scare you. The truths about what you really want in life, the truths about what you're no longer willing to accept, the truths about who you're becoming. Your voice might tremble when you speak these truths, and that's okay. That trembling isn't weakness, it's energy realigning itself to match your authentic frequency. It's the sound of your soul, finally, getting to express itself after being silent for so long. Stop explaining yourself. Stop trying to make your truth more palatable for others. Stop softening your words to make other people comfortable. You're not here to be acceptable to everyone. You're here to be aligned with yourself. This full moon is like a cosmic earthquake that shakes the very foundations of everything you thought you knew about yourself and your life. All those belief systems you've been operating from, the ones about what's possible for you, what you deserve, who you are, they're all getting challenged right now. You might find yourself questioning things you never questioned before. Why do I believe this? Where did this idea come from? Is this actually true for me, or did I just accept it because someone else told me it was true? The mental structures that kept you playing small, that kept you seeking approval from others, that kept you operating from fear, they're crumbling. And yes, this can feel scary and disorienting. It's like someone just told you that everything you thought was solid ground was actually quicksand. But here's the beautiful thing about this process. What's breaking down wasn't serving you anyway. Those old frameworks were like clothes that no longer fit. They were restricting your growth, limiting your possibilities, keeping you smaller than you're meant to be. You don't ease gently into this new awareness. You arrive there through confrontation with yourself and conscious choice. Everything that isn't aligned with your truth starts to feel uncomfortable, foreign, wrong. You begin to see clearly what was previously hidden behind layers of conditioning and fear. The discomfort you're feeling isn't a sign that something's wrong. It's a sign that something within you is finally waking up after being asleep for years, maybe decades. It's asking for your attention, demanding that you respond, refusing to be ignored any longer. This Sagittarius full moon is like a cosmic bulldozer, clearing everything out of your path that's been blocking your expansion. It's not gentle about it either. It shows up and says, okay, time's up. Everything that's not supporting your highest good has got to go. You start to recognize the true cost of staying in environments that drain your energy. You see clearly how much it's been costing you to maintain relationships that require you to dim your light. You realize that waiting for the perfect timing to make changes has just been another way of avoiding your growth. Your soul is done with delays, it's done with excuses, it's done with maybe later, and when the time is right. The time is right now, and your inner guidance system is making that crystal clear. Your thoughts might bounce back and forth between uncertainty and absolute clarity. One moment you feel confused about what to do next, and the next moment you feel so clear that you wonder how you ever doubted yourself. This mental ping-ponging is actually part of the process. You're literally stepping out of your old way of thinking and into a new level of consciousness. This full moon energy requires your active participation. It's not going to do the work for you. It's providing the cosmic support and the energetic push, but you have to choose to step forward. You have to choose your next evolution. If you've been stuck in the same cycles for months or years, the same patterns that drain your energy, the same situations that make you feel small, the same roles that limit your expression, this is your cosmic intervention. The Sagittarius energy is saying, enough is enough. This isn't about making tiny adjustments or small improvements. This is about interrupting the patterns completely. It's about standing up in the middle of a cycle that's been running your life and saying, stop, this ends now. You might notice that choices that once brought you comfort now feel suffocating. Spaces that used to feel like home now feel like prisons. People you used to enjoy spending time with now feel exhausting. This isn't you being difficult or ungrateful. This is recognition. You're recognizing what you've outgrown. New possibilities start appearing everywhere. Conversations that spark something inside you. Insights that hit like lightning bolts. Gut instincts that feel stronger and clearer than they've ever felt before. But here's the thing. Insight without action is just entertainment. You have to move on what you're seeing. The moment to shift, to decide, to respond isn't coming tomorrow or next week. It's already here. Every excuse you've been using to stay where you are is revealed as just that, an excuse. The path forward demands your presence and your willingness to act. Sagittarius energy is like a truth serum for your soul. This sign doesn't do pretense, doesn't do fake, doesn't do surface-level anything. Under the influence of this full moon, anything that's been false or forced in your life starts to dissolve like sugar in water. You find yourself facing the areas of your life that you've been tiptoeing around, avoiding, pretending don't exist. The choices you made from fear instead of love become glaringly obvious. The identities you adopted just to survive or fit in start feeling like costumes that no longer fit. Every compromise you made to keep peace, every time you said yes when you meant no, every moment you shrunk yourself to make others comfortable, it all comes to the surface for examination. The discomfort you feel when you look at these patterns isn't punishment, it's information. It's your inner wisdom telling you to stop avoiding, stop pretending, stop minimizing what you need. The parts of yourself that have felt distant or like future possibilities are suddenly right here, right now, fully present and available. They're not someday versions of yourself. They're current potentials, just waiting for you to claim them. When you feel resistance, know that it's coming from the part of you that's outgrown but still trying to stay in control. When you feel discomfort, know that it means you're in motion, you're changing, you're evolving. Real liberation doesn't happen through thinking about change or talking about change. It happens through direct action based on truth. It begins the moment you get honest about what's draining you and acknowledge that it no longer belongs in your life. During this full moon, the contrast between who you really are inside and what your external life looks like becomes impossible to ignore. It's like standing in front of a mirror that shows you not just how you look, but how aligned you are with your authentic self. This process isn't asking for small changes or gradual improvements. It's calling for complete release of what's finished. People who consistently dismiss your growth, who minimize your dreams, who make you feel bad for expanding, they can't stay in your inner circle. Behaviors that limit your energy and keep you small, they have to go. Environments that no longer support your path, you have to leave them behind. Your commitment to your own evolution has to become stronger than your commitment to everyone else's comfort. This might sound selfish, but it's actually the most loving thing you can do, both for yourself and for others. Your body already knows what freedom feels like. That's why you feel pressure in your chest when you're in situations that limit you. That's why your nervous system gets agitated around people who drain your energy. That's why you feel exhausted without cause when you're not living authentically. These aren't random symptoms, they're messages from your inner guidance system. As all the illusions and false identities fall away, you begin to see yourself. Without filters, without distortion, without the stories you've been telling yourself about who you are and what you're capable of. What remains is your core truth, unfiltered, stable, and fully aware. You no longer need the masks you wore to feel safe. You no longer need to modify yourself to meet other people's expectations. You no longer need to silence what matters to you to keep others comfortable. You see yourself clearly, and you know that your choices must reflect this clarity. This isn't about returning to some old version of yourself that you think was better. This is about stepping into a version of yourself that's never existed before. One that lives without compromise, without apology, without dimming their light for anyone. You stop performing for approval. You stop waiting for permission to be yourself. You choose your place in the world and fill it completely, unapologetically, authentically. You create new outcomes instead of repeating old patterns. You write your future by standing firmly in what's true for you right now. There's a deep, primal courage rising within you now. This isn't courage born from your mind or from positive thinking. This is instinctual courage that comes from the very core of your being. You feel it building in your chest like a fire that can't be contained. This energy doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't seek approval or permission. It simply commands action. It asks you to take the step you've been postponing, to make the decision you've been avoiding, to speak the words you've been holding back. This is what spiritual responsibility feels like. You sense it in every cell of your body, in every breath you take. Everything inside you aligns with one simple truth. It's time. The doubts that used to paralyze you lose their power. The distractions that used to pull you off course now feel hollow and meaningless. Fear might still be present, but it no longer controls your decisions. You recognize the difference between intuitive caution and fear-based hesitation. You understand that you can feel scared and still move forward. You can feel uncertain and still take action. You already know what you need to do. You've seen it in your dreams, felt it in your quiet moments, sensed it in your deepest longings. This full moon creates the threshold, but only you can choose to cross it. This Sagittarius full moon empowers your natural clarity and invites you to live as who you really are, with nothing held back. When your chest tightens with that familiar urgency, when your vision becomes clearer than it's ever been, trust what you're feeling. Move toward what expands you. Speak what's true. Stand where you once shrank. The fire of transformation is rising within you, and it's time to let it burn away everything that's not authentically you. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your call to step fully into the life you came here to live. Beautiful souls, if this message has resonated with you, if you feel that fire stirring in your chest, then you're ready for this transformation. The Sagittarius full moon is offering you a cosmic invitation to step into your authentic power, and the choice is yours. Don't keep this energy to yourself. Others are waiting to remember who they really are, just like you were before you heard this message. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. The fire of awakening spreads when we're brave enough to pass it on. If this content has supported your journey, please hit that like button. It helps more souls find these messages when they need them most. And if you're ready to dive deeper into your spiritual awakening, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss the cosmic guidance that's meant for you. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What part of this message hit you the strongest? What truth are you ready to speak? What are you ready to release? Your sharing might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to take their next step. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. We're all walking through these cosmic fires together, supporting each other, lifting each other up. Keep your inner fire burning bright, because this is only the beginning of what's possible for you. Until next time, stay aligned, stay authentic, and keep rising into who you're meant to be.